All right.
For your viewers and just like your subscribers and then doing this for me, man. I know it's not much. It's just a blister pack, but I wanted to do a giveaway for your channel some way somehow.
There's gonna be a QCR in that blister.
Bro, watch.
All right. Battle Phase Collections, man. First and foremost, I want to thank you so much for your time and for sharing your experience with us today, man. I know it's very interesting, very exciting in many ways. So I want to thank you and go ahead and introduce yourself to the audience.
Uh Hi. I'm back. I don't even know what to call myself. Like, I guess battle phase. Like,
Maybe your name,
yeah, like my real name's Dan. So, um,
Daniel?
well, my government name is Daniel, yeah, but I go by Dan most of the time.
What? That's mine too.
It's meant to be.
No kidding, man. All right, Daniel. AKA Battle Face Relation. So yeah, tell us your story, man. This podcast or this video, I should say, is not really a podcast. It's gonna be your story on things we do to succeed, and we just don't get there somehow. The mistakes you made along the lines or along your life and your experience. How did it start, man? Battle Face Collections. Go ahead, man.
So I actually attempted to tell this story on my community tab, and I kind of left it up as a poll. Like, did the community want to hear more, or did they just like
Okay.
didn't really care? But it originally started out. I was actually at Walmart with my wife, and that's when I seen the Legendary Collection mini box come out.
Okay.
I looked at my wife. I was like, "Oh my god! Like, those are the God cards, my dude. Like." You could just
Yeah.
get them now, like that's a thing, and I didn't get it, and I was like, man, dude, I really should have picked up a box just to have them, because I didn't like as a kid I didn't have them, but like I'm an adult now and I got adult money, so I'm like, yeah, I want to get these. And
Yep.
I just kind of pondered on that for a while, and then started looking on Facebook, and then I looked at Walmart again. They didn't have them, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just order a mini box from Walmart and have it shipped to me. And then I actually seen like a really cheap $30 lot somebody was selling on Facebook, so I hit that person up, and then I got the mini box, came in the mail, and that's just kind of like where it started off. And then I started like YouTubing and researching like Yugioh, and then the first person that pops up is Ruxin, so I started checking out his
Mm.
videos, and I was just like, oh my god, dude, this is insane. Like, this is a whole thing on YouTube. And then started like thinking to myself, maybe I can collect the things that I didn't have as a kid and kind of like start that journey again. And then I went to some local shops. I'd never been to any growing up as a kid, and I was like trying to see kind of what's out there and what I could get my hands on, I guess you could say. And I went to
Yeah.
one local store, and I walked in with the Walmart bag with the Blue Eyes structure deck, the like the older one. And this dude like straight up started heckling me. He's like, oh my god, dude, like, here we go, got another Yu-Gi-Oh player. And I was just like, bro, I don't even
Really?
play, my dude. Like, I played in high school when my brother and I got grounded, because he was just like, you ever heard of Yu-Gi-Oh? And I was like, yeah, I've heard of Yu-Gi-Oh. He's like, you ever played Yu-Gi-Oh? And I was like, nah, never played. I just had some cards. And we got grounded, and he like built me a deck, taught me how to play, and we were grounded for like 3 months. I got so addicted, like I would wake him up at like midnight, be like, wake up right now,
Let's
right
do
now,
it.
we're gonna play right now. And he would just wreck me for like 3 months straight. And then we got ungrounded, and I was still trying to play. And he's like, bro, we have friends. We have friends in a life. You could, you know, not play Yu-Gi-Oh. I was just, but that was my only time of playing. And then when I kind of had that interaction, I was just like, damn, dog, like this is what it's like. You just get like heckled for having Yu-Gi-Oh in a grocery bag. Like, all right. And then as I started going down the rabbit hole of YouTube, I heard about TCG, seeing that like you could buy cards and sell cards, and then I was just like, let me check out this eBay. And then I started my eBay page, Battle Face Collections, and then kind of
Hmm.
was like, well, what if I could change the game to selling Yu-Gi-Oh? And I know that's probably like, bro, what the hell are you talking about? Like, you just showing up and you're gonna talk about changing the game? Like, and I was thinking to myself, like, all right, there's people out there spending hundreds of dollars on a single piece of cardboard. Why would it hurt to just like hook a dude up with extras? Like if you were to buy like a single car from me, what bad is it gonna do me if I like hit you back up like, hey, you want some extra bulk to go with it? Like, are you running the deck?
Yep.
Are you finishing a collection? You got kids? Like, you want some extra cards or something? It's not gonna kill me. And I brought this up to my brother, and he was just like, when people buy cards, they want to buy that specific card. And I was like, I mean, yeah, but I was gonna shoot my shot. I have a bad habit of like not taking advice, and so
Okay.
I kind of
Yeah.
started that on eBay, and I got my first sale, and I was lost, and so I started googling like, how should I package up this card? Like, how do you protect this card? Like, okay, top loader, sleeves, freaking do this, do that. So I was just like, okay, and I was messaging this dude the whole entire time. I was like, bro, I'm dropping it off right now. Here's pictures. Like, I hope this is okay. I hope you like it. Blah 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 blah. And sent it off,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, yeah.
And then he got it and left me like a 5-star review, and was just so awesome. And it just like hit me like, bro, this could be a thing. eBay started picking up. I started getting more sales, and I was just like, okay. And then my brother was like, bro, you like to rip packs. Why don't you make content? Why don't you go on Instagram? And I was like, okay, sure. And so I created Instagram, and then I started posting videos of like me ripping packs, and then getting inspired by like Ruxin, seeing the crazy things he opens up. And I was like, well, I could do that. Why not? Maybe I'll try to make some sales on Instagram. But I also know like what it's like to get scammed. And so with my logic, I was like, okay, if I'm selling on eBay, attempting to sell on Instagram, like how do I make these buyers feel comfortable buying from me? Well, my reasoning is like, okay, I'm gonna promote myself on social media, and then if something was to happen, well, they already have an angle on me to like throw my name out there, like, oh, this dude's a piece of crap, blah 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 blah, and
Yeah.
kind of go from there. It was funny because during this time, I actually bought a $20 mini box of the same legendary collection from Facebook Marketplace. Come to find out, they were resealed packs, and I didn't notice it until a day later. And I like messaged her back, and I was like, bro, if you really needed 20 bucks, you could have just asked. It didn't dawn because I haven't ripped packs in freaking
Yeah.
I don't know how long, dude. I don't even think I ripped packs when I did collect. I just got the hand-me-downs from my buddies. So
Mm-hmm.
ripping pack, like I didn't know that none of that. And so I was just like, okay. And the Instagram started picking up, and then I actually got my first sale on Instagram, Master Packs. Trusted me, went out on a limb, trusted me, and I came through with that. And then I ran my first giveaway on Instagram, and that started taking off. And I was like, well, I used to try to stream on Twitch. Let me try to stream on Twitch again, because I tried to be sweaty with Apex, and then that didn't really work out. So went to Twitch, and then I figured out how to multi-stream. So I was streaming on Instagram and Twitch at the same time, but that didn't really work out so
Wow.
well because technical issues. Ran into this dude through Facebook, Yugi.Hunter. Really awesome dude, man. He hooked me up with like part 2 of one of these, so I got to rip one of these. And then that started to pick up, and then eBay, and then I discovered Whatnot. And so here we are a year and some change later after Whatnot. So hopefully that wasn't like too drawn out.
You said so why stop and what made you stop on eBay? Like if you say you're like
So with
getting sales, why stop on eBay and Instagram and Twitch? Like
So with eBay, I decided to kind of stop pushing Yu-Gi-Oh on there, because like, one, I know it's extremely saturated, and then two, I was running into an issue where the buyers would claim that they didn't receive a package or an order, and
yeah. Okay.
with me trying to keep my reviews the way they are, like, I'm not gonna argue with the dude. Like, okay, man, like, you didn't receive your package. Give me some time to, check my post office, see if they kept it, or see what's going on. And then, I mean, by the time that happened, like, I'd either give them a partial refund because they ended up finally getting it, or I did have an issue where I didn't put enough postage stamp and they had to pay, so I
Oh,
gave them
so
a
you didn't pay for
postage.
tracking.
Yeah, so the eBay label says tracking, but if you've ever bought an
Hmm.
eBay like track letter envelope, that thing
Yeah.
is like tracking from Temu, hot garbage, like Wish.com.
T-Boy, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, wow. Okay. So you like, so you just thought it wasn't worth it. So yeah, so you stop on eBay and then Instagram pretty much same thing or what?
Nah,
On selling on
Instagram
Insta.
kind of went from pushing sales to like making content. So I
Okay.
actually just went through a series with this phone case. Um, I became an
Oh, was that Blue Eyes right there?
yeah, dog.
How's it? Wait, so is the case specialized to put a top loader in there?
Nah, so I was with like this plastic covering,
Okay.
and then uh, I double sleeve mine, but
Okay. Yep.
you can put uh, I put my fitted sleeve on and then put it inside
Right.
the sleeve that comes with the case, and then
Yeah.
um, like that's the phone or the case.
Medusa? Is that your company or just are you advertising for them?
So I off asked or signed up for their affiliate program, but like I reached out to them first because I was like, hey, like I just want to make sure y'all ain't selling like puppy tears to like the underground market to make these cases, right? Like I like don't get me
Yeah, yeah,
wrong,
yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
cool to be an affiliate, but I ain't trying to support some weird stuff.
Right, right, right.
And the dude reached out. He was like, "Nah, we're not doing any of that." And then he actually gave me a write up, but I haven't been able to record um my like thoughts and opinions about this as well. But I did sign up for the affiliate program, and then I've been doing a series of that on Instagram, and I'll still do my reels on Instagram, and then post some photos highlighting cars that I like, and that's honestly my main platform where I like just communicate
Okay.
with people I follow, and then people that follow me and stuff like that. So Instagram is still doing pretty
Wow,
well.
man. Yeah. Make sure you share that link with me.
I,
I want to buy one and then share it in the description in
absolutely,
case somebody watching this video is interested.
absolutely,
That looks pretty cool, man. I mean, I'll go like that at the stores. I'll be there.
yeah.
Sounds awesome. Okay, so Instagram right now is your main platform at the
Yes,
moment.
I would say
Okay,
between Instagram, YouTube, and I'd probably put Instagram at the top, YouTube at the second, and then whatnot right underneath.
Whatnot. So tell me about Whatnot, man. I know we did talk about a little bit on Whatnot, and that's when I'm like, oh man, this is so interesting. Tell me about Whatnot, man. How did you start Whatnot? How come it's not working for you at the moment? What did you do wrong? And then what is that plan to come back, I guess?
Okay. So I'd probably say that I found whatnot not long after streaming to Instagram and Twitch, and when I discovered it, I was just like mind blown because I was like, oh my god, dude, like this is insane. I'm literally at a mini rave for Yu-Gi-Oh. Like these
Yeah,
dudes
yeah,
are
yeah, yeah.
going wild for Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yep.
And at
Yes.
the time, my first stream that I was in, I was like confused. I was like, how do I do this? What do I do? And they're like, you swipe the thing at the bottom, and that places you on the auction. I'm like, okay. And it was called a pool game, and I thought it was called a bull game, and but it's called a pool game.
Bull, as in like cow, bull.
Yeah, yeah. Like I was like, what is this? What are you talking about, dude? But the streamer like,
Man, so you were a complete noob.
yes, bro, like
Okay.
fresh out the
It's
womb,
literally
dude. I
for
was still wet behind the ears. Like it was wild. Um, but
all
what
right.
caught me off guard was that the streamer, one, I could see his face, and then two, he like stopped what he was doing to take the time to explain to me what was going on, and I really appreciate that. Because I didn't want to like throw some money out there, not really like knowing what's going on. But
Yeah.
he explained it to me, and basically like you win the auction and you pick a number, and then you reveal the card, and throughout the entire pool, there were like special cards in there that gave you a chance at a wheel spin for the grand prizes. And mind you, this dude had like Starlights and QCRs and like ultimate rares and just like all these freaking cars that are like worth some money. And I was just like, bro, what?
How much was? Do you remember how much was each pool?
Oh, fuck. That time,
Was it like double digits?
I want to say it was probably in the teens ish.
You remember how many pools there were?
Not off the top of my head. I know
Okay.
the one, the phrase that like I still remember was it pays it was it it pays to pay, and I was just like, what?
Is that his
And
motto?
no, it was like one of the dudes in the chat. It was like it pays to pay, and I was just like, what?
Like, okay.
Because what had happened was towards the end of it, dude man bought out the rest of the pools, and I didn't understand why. And then once
Oh, okay.
the prizes were revealed and the spins were being done, I was like, bought out the rest, get more chances on the wheel, get more chances for the bigger
Yeah,
prizes, pays to pay. And I was like, damn, this is crazy. I was like, I was like, I stream ish. Like, if I could stream and kind of like implement my philosophy, that's a win-win, right? And then I signed up, did the little like meeting thing or interview that they did, and
Mhm.
and then I started streaming. My first stream, I was ripping Duelist Nexus. I
Okay.
think it just came out, or no,
Not a bad set.
Agov just came out, I believe. I was still had
Ooh.
some Duelist Nexus because I was just ripping random shit, just getting back into it. And I remember like being so scared because like I'm messing with people's money, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, okay, you won your pack. You want to rip or shit, my dude? And they were like, bro, just
Hey.
rip it, dog. Chill. And bro, I was getting so red and I was just sweating. I was so nervous. I was like, bro, this is so stressful. Cause like my biggest fear was to mess up and like mess with somebody's money or
Yeah.
something crazy.
Yeah.
And then boom, there goes my reputation. And it was funny because I was like in the middle of packaging it up on the stream, and dude was like, first of all, you're using way too many sleeves. Like, bro, there's too much packaging materials. Second of all, you got to move on to the next auction. And I was just like,
Yes.
okay, okay. And so it was honestly a rocky start out of all of that because I was just it was a lot of pressure. It was really I guess I care a lot about how like people view me because I don't want them to feel like it's unsafe to buy from me, if that makes sense, because there is a lot of
Yeah.
stigma
Yeah.
behind whatnot that I didn't realize honestly getting into it. Because I think right when I got into it, that video surfaced with the magic dude going, oh, we gotta pull it. Whoops! Like, where did that go? I don't know. I guess
The Magic the Gathering?
yeah,
Huh.
yeah. That video like surfaced, and my buddy showed me that one.
So wait, so the guy was hiding the packs, or
No,
what was he doing?
he had his pool game set up with the single
Yeah.
cards, and then he pulled it.
Yes.
And I guess he like looked at it a little bit, and then like dropped it. It was like, oh man, I don't know where that card went. Oh well, we'll go with this one. All right. Oh, you got this.
Oh.
And I was just like, damn, dog.
So he
Like,
pulled the prize card, but he dropped the prize card to get another one. Ah, wow.
I
Yeah.
was like, damn, I didn't know. I mean, I didn't know because I'm not watching Yu-Gi-Oh or Magic streams. I'm watching Yu-Gi-Oh streams. You know what I mean? Like,
Right. Right.
and so I didn't realize that. And then I want to say I really got sucked into the whole join my Discord mentality because it was getting thrown out there a lot, like, join our Discord, join our Discord. You know, we are streamers that support other streamers, and like, you know, we'll help you and you help us and all this other stuff. And I'm like, okay, yeah,
Mhm.
and they're right, dude. Like, you join the Discords and you learn all kinds of things about whatnot, who to stay away from, who to be wary about, who's trustworthy, who's been selling fake cards, terms of services, how to run, if you're going to run games, you know, how to math it out, how to do the implement your sales taxes and all this other stuff if you're going to run these sort of games. And then if you're going to start auctions, make sure you don't start auctions with, these many viewers. You got to do it at this many viewers. You got to find your rhythm, find your flow. And you get all this like knowledge from these discords by all means. I'm not saying you don't whatsoever, but what I didn't understand was, I think that was like to the extent of the support. And what I thought
Okay.
it meant was, oh, okay, I'll go ham on, their streams, and in turn they'll go ham on mine. That didn't really happen. There was onesies and
So
twosies
you
by
went
all
ham
means.
on them, meaning ham like spending money on their streams, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you thought they're gonna go spend money on your stream, like,
Yeah.
and they didn't.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
some showed the support too, if that makes sense. It because I guess I forgot to mention, like, this is just a personal experience, thoughts and feelings. Like, this isn't like everybody's, you know what I mean? This isn't me soliciting how to sell on Whatnot, or saying that Whatnot's a bad place, or selling Yu-Gi-Oh is a bad thing or a good thing or what have you. This is just things that I've learned along the way on what not to do.
Disclaimer. Yeah.
And I do plan on making like a more in-depth video, kind of like a step-by-step guide, just to kind of help people. Because now that I've learned all these things and I've seen people join and start selling, and for instance, you didn't know you could bulk list auctions all at once rather than doing them, one at a time, so on and so forth.
So if you can tell me, when you went ham, what do you mean? Like spending hundreds of dollars or thousands? When you went ham, supporting these other guys. Oh, you want you don't want the wife to hear you? Or what? Or what?
Uh,
Oh, man. So you went ham.
I got real stupid real fast.
What? Okay. Okay. I got you.
And
Damn,
it's
wow.
like I had an easy way to justify it. And what I mean by that is, like, in some cases, like, you can get like steals, dude. There are times you can get
Yes.
cards, like $50-$60 cards, and you'll get lucky. Get them at fucking $20, $15. I mean, for instance, the card that I seen you run was a $50 card. Dude, man, what did he score it for? 18
Yeah.
bucks?
It was 55 on TCG, and he got it for 18. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even the guy felt bad, and I told him, it's part of the game.
It is.
Some people
It
pay
is.
more sometimes.
Right. And that those things do happen by all means. But what I was telling myself was like, okay, if I'm able to do that and score, like, get these good scores, like when I stream, I can potentially profit on it. Because if it's a $60, like, say for that instance, if it's a $50 card, I scored it for $15, and then mine auctioned at like $20. Well, I profited minus the sales tax and the percentage and all that, probably like $4 or $5. If it was a good stream, obviously it would go up closer to market value, but that's the gamble that you're now making as a seller. And then I don't think that gets highlighted enough in the Whatnot community, is like, as much as you are gambling in buying auctions, it almost feels like, for me, you're gambling just as much as a seller on Whatnot, because you don't know if your auctions are going to go to market price. And I wanted to talk with this dude some more, but he made a really good point on his last stream. He quit Whatnot, and he was like, dude, I can't sustain this no more. Like, he was saying that he can't sustain constantly losing money because nobody's going to his streams, because everybody else is going to these $1, $2 start streams. And that's what everybody sees on Whatnot, is these $1, $2 starts on streams. But what they don't understand is, like, these dudes have, he called it a cult following. And it's like, these dudes have their dedicated community, their dedicated followers who watch their streams, or just like any other relationship, that somebody has with like a YouTuber or what have you, you know what I mean? They're going to start at $1, and it's going to get to a certain point because of how, like, the thrill of the oh man, I'm buying from, what you call it, like when Ruxin went on selling singles and stuff, like, cards blew past market price, like skyrocketed
All the time?
bro. Yes, just to say it came from Ruxin. And I mean,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong, like
Yeah.
it's some of it's cool, you know what I'm saying? Like the dude's a fucking legend. Like I have 3 God cards signed by him. Like dude's a legend.
Hmm.
Like everybody knows. But to see it go that crazy, like, all right, man, you know, do you? If you got it, you got it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he
Right.
was
Right. Right.
bringing this up because he was like, not only do you have that on this end, what you have on the other end, where guys like me coming to the platform, like trying to make a name for themselves. Like, what's the easiest way to make a name for yourself? $1 start crazy ass shit. Blah blah blah. And you do that for so long, and then you realize you're not gonna make nothing out of it, and then boom, you drop off. And then when you do try to like dial it down some and take it a little bit more serious and try to get closer to market price and try to make it a serious business, nobody wants to come and hang out because there's $2 stars to go get. And it's true.
Yep.
And then that's how it goes. And lucky for me though, like when I do or when I have been streaming, like I'll have my 2 or 3 viewers that like hang out with me the whole time and you know, shoot the shit with me and pick up whatever it is that they need at that time and go about their day or whatever. But I think what really like drove the nail in to slow down on the streaming aspect was with this last set, Supreme Darkness. I tried to do something different again.
Okay.
Thought about, because I went ham on this one dude's stream because one, I'm looking for Primite because I'm running attempting to run a Primite Blue Eyes deck. And then two, I wanted to take the opportunity because I was able to get this early, create the deck cores, and then when I got my box, you know, start the packs at $1 because everybody loves freaking dollar starts, right? Hope for the best.
Yep.
And then take the cores and be like, hey, look, you ripped your packs. These are the cards that you got obviously from your packs. You know, if you need something to finish your deck core or what have you, like I took 4 hours out of my day, set up every deck core or complete or as complete it can be deck core to then, you know, auction those off as well. And then I, it just, I probably was just being poopy. And it seemed like people were like hit or miss on it. But it just seemed like nobody really cared. And then when I went down that kind of like thought process, I was like, you know, people on Whatnot probably don't care. And I say people, and I know it's not everybody because I have like really
Right.
good peeps on Whatnot as well. Like if you've been to my stream, you've definitely seen Edgar in there, like all the time. Like he is my go-to dude.
Oh, Edgar. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, really
Yes.
great guy. And people outside of him and you know the select few, like they don't they're trying to, I don't know how to explain it, man. I think Whatnot, man, for a lack of better terms, or a lack of a better analogy, really is like Shark Tank, and like you put a little bit of chum in the water, and it's like everybody's going crazy. And what I was trying to do was like change it up some to where instead of going on TCG Player and like scrolling and typing and pick out cards and hoping that you can get all these cards from the same seller so the shipping's cheaper and so on and so forth. Instead of doing all that, like you could come to my stream and then you could build your deck from here. I could show you what it is live. You know, we could talk about it. We could shoot the shit, pull up master duels, joke around, like have like a real like interactive type of store.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I did the Suda pre-built deck cores and just kind of like seeing how it went down, and it's just like, you know what, man, I'm being too stressed out over something that I probably shouldn't be, and I probably need to put my attention elsewhere. And so decided to like focus on creating more videos, and then honestly kind of like sorting myself out, because throughout all of this, dude, what was happening in the background was like, I was losing my mind, man. Like, I was stressing hard because it was like I'd spend all this money and I know I got deals on these and I know I could profit to make it back. so that I could keep making videos and making content and all this other stuff. But it was just like, it wasn't moving fast enough. And then like the only way to freaking sell anything is to be streaming. And then, listing stuff takes forever. And then I was just in this big old conundrum. And like, here we are, like 10 grand later. I'm like,
Dang.
I got to slow down. And then,
Dang.
putting stress on the family and unnecessary stress on the family and unnecessary stress on the wife. And
Yes.
yeah, it was just, it was a lot, dude. It was a lot to learn real fast.
So the main error or mistake is just spending too much money.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah.
So when you did this $1 packs, how much were you selling them on average? Do you remember? The Suda,
It depends the set.
the latest one. They you said that you got it earlier and then you were selling it for $1.
Yeah, so with Suda, those went anywhere between $2 and $10, $11.
Okay, not bad then, huh?
No, it wasn't bad at all. The stream that was the most successful before that was when Bonanza came out, because I was able to grab Bonanza early. And what I did was I recorded my YouTube video, and it takes me a million years to edit. So by the time I published it, it's already been out and about and what have you. But what I did was I took my YouTube video, or took the hits from the YouTube recording, and after I ran out of packs, I'd seen like, okay, I'm actually profiting from this. Mind you, I did dollar start this. And so they went well above, market value. And I was like, all right, well, since chat, treated me pretty good, here are all of my hits from Bonanza. I'll start dollar starting those.
The Platinums, the QCRs,
Yeah.
the Collector's Rares.
Whatever I didn't want.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, gotcha.
And that was before we all realized that the QCRs were hard as hell for the subset within it.
Yeah.
So people got some crazy deals on that one.
Okay. So it didn't go too well for you.
No, that one actually went well. Like even when I did the singles, like I wasn't even mad at all, because like I was profiting after the packs, and then by the time I was done with the singles, I was now profiting probably say like $50 to $100 more than what I spent on the 2 boxes. So it's not like I was racking in the dough or whatever, but I mean I was profiting enough to like be okay. I'm cool with this.
Yeah. So going ham, spending way too much money, obviously it didn't work out for you. And it wouldn't work out for almost anybody, except if you got like a cult following, like your buddy said, then that might work for you. But for us, average Joes, so if that didn't work out, man, what is your plan then moving forward? I know you say you're gonna stop Whatnot for a while, but do you have a plan set up where you don't, fail again or go that much negative? What is that?
So I think my plan forward now is I'm still going to be listing singles on the Whatnot platform, because I feel like that isn't being done enough. There are some advantages for listing singles on Whatnot, because not everybody wants to spend 5 hours on a stream waiting for their card to come out. You know what I mean? And another thing I really like about Whatnot is like, yes, it sucks to spend $5 on a shipping label for a $1 card, but if you spend $1 on a card to get that $5 shipping label and then buy your more expensive card, it comes in bundle shipping.
Yep.
It's like whatever it is that you're willing to do, and it's tracked USPS, and you get that, and then it's easier to manage like your coupons and stuff on there as well, so you can claim like your rewards. Because I do offer that as well, because at the end of the day, like if you're willing to support, I'm willing to take, a couple dollars off here or there, or give you whatever X percentage. And mind you, I'm no like mathematician and all this, so like my first time doing the coupons, it was somebody was like, yeah bro, like it's saying this percent and it's only $1, and I was just like, oh fuck dude, that's not cool at all, like let me fix that. Fixing that thing up a little bit. Like somebody claimed it a couple streams ago. I had a QCR Imperm for 85 and they had the $5 coupon, so they're able to get it for $80, and so I still plan, to do the listing on the singles and stuff, but as far as like streaming and spending 4 or 5 hours on a stream to, not really do much of nothing when I could have been spending 4 or 5 hours editing a video, I'd rather do that instead, and then it'll give me a nice reset as well. Because I think what doesn't get talked about enough, and you were bringing this up as well, like when you decide to actually get involved like this, it is extremely taxing on you as an individual. And, trying to have like a family and a regular job and X, Y, and Z happening in real life, like trying to manage comments, views, content at the ready, cards available for people. And then like you'll get request for such and such deck or such and such card, and then you spend 4 or 5 hours going through your stuff trying to put it all together just to find out that they don't want it, and it's just like god dang. And then learning the market, what people are looking forward to, kind of what's the new, like what's the meta, like you got Malice and then Ryzel and your boy with Blue Eyes coming back from the top ropes, like
Mm-hmm.
uh
Yep.
yeah, there's so much to the game that I didn't even fathom to take into consideration, and should have listened to the advice that I had sooner rather than later, but sometimes you just gotta learn the hard way, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. So listening, just single cards on whatnot. When it comes to live streaming, you said, did you mention you were gonna live stream for the new Blue S deck or no?
I want to,
Which
yes.
next month?
Yes.
So how would you live stream? Will you sell the cards, the singles, or will you sell the sealed decks, or how?
I actually haven't thought about that because I never did like full on
Okay.
structure decks before. Because I know for me personally, like I'm ripping 3 of them so I can get my play sets of everything, hands down.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wanted one to put on my Blue Eye Shrine, and then I thought about keeping a display sealed just for like collection purposes, but I don't know how to do that with structure decks because there's also a chase pack in there, allegedly.
Yeah. 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 I heard that. I heard that. Right. 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 So you might have to. I have a feeling you might end up opening more, man.
Yeah, especially after what I hit from the OCG deck, dude. Ain't no way.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. That was
Oh,
awesome. Yeah. Okay. So, what is your biggest take then, man? If you can just quickly, I guess in a sentence or in a phrase, biggest take on your we talk about this is not failing, I want to say you're failure, but it's not failing until you actually quit, like we mentioned or like we talk about. So your biggest take on your online career, if you can call it that, not, striving, what would that be if you can just let us know? Like you're not the number one reason, I guess.
oh man. So you're saying like
Maybe not. I know you mentioned earlier that you're the type of person that don't take advice.
so it's not that I don't take advice, it's that I have a bad like I have a bad habit of thinking that I can do things, which I can. It's just probably should have listened and like crawled before I started trying to sprint.
Do you try many things at once?
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of people, man. There's a lot of people that either are trying now, just brand new, on whatnot and just online overall, thinking it's easy, thinking that, if Roxanne or Team Samurai, if they can do it, why can I? Not realizing that people overpay not because of the product, because of the person selling it, you know. So yeah, I'm talking more about those people or those guys that will want to start. What would be your your number one advice for them? Crawl before walk.
See, that's the thing, man. It's like so many different types of people out there, man. If you're wanting to start a whatnot stream, I guess we'll keep it specific to whatnot.
Yeah, yeah.
And selling on whatnot. I think my best advice was that's probably gonna be cheesy, like find out what your values are, what your purpose behind it is, like where you see yourself going. Because like if you have some extra cards, which apparently this wasn't a thing back before I joined. Like apparently, but back in the day when you were like when you requested to join, you had to have product and you had to submit those and your inventory and all this other stuff. But
Oh,
mhm.
okay.
But apparently that's changed because I never had to do that.
Hmm.
If you somehow get accepted and you don't have all that product and you're just trying to move some extra stuff that you have on the side, like you know, good luck. Like I wouldn't honestly, I probably wouldn't try to I mean, I shouldn't say that. Like try the stream and test the waters, and like if that's, all you plan on doing was just like you inherited some cards and you're trying to sell them off, auction them off, and cool, like do that and have fun with it. But if you're really trying to take it serious, like buckle down and do your research, man. Do your research and then understand, like, if you're going to want to make sales, like, you got to be on a lot. And like some of these dudes on here, like, this is their job. They stay on that platform all day,
Yeah.
every day.
Yeah.
Because that's their job. That's their food on the table. And and hell yeah, man. It's more than just selling. You got to market yourself. You got to do your own freaking taxes and like all this other stuff. And like it, be prepared. If you're trying to do it as a hobby, like, okay, one of my buddies, Breeze 60, like, he'd have his themes and stuff. Like, he'd do Rush Duel, or he would do some fire singles or what have you, and get on, do his thing, and then wouldn't be on again for another couple weeks or so and do his thing. And then if you're gonna do it as a hobby, it's only gonna go as far as much as effort that you put in, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
That was a long-winded
All
advice,
right.
but
Well,
there's just so many dynamics to this.
yeah, I know it's not easy just with one sentence or just one. I know it's a lot into it. So I think it's always experience, man. I think you in order for you to succeed, I think you need to fail a lot of the times. Unfortunately, just to learn from your mistakes. And if you make it at your first try, either you're super lucky or just a freaking genius, right? So I think failing is not necessarily a bad thing, or I shouldn't say failing, but not getting to the point that you wanted, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, thank you, thanks a lot, man, for sharing your story, man, and a lot of us can relate. And let's do this though. In a few months from now, I want to come back to you and hear your story now, or back then, I guess. See what changed, if how much you progressed, how well you're doing, your experience. If you still losing money somehow, I want to hear about that.
Mhm.
Everything. But my hopes is that it's all going well. You killing it, which I'm pretty sure that's gonna be the case. And I want to hear how. All your experience, how you're now making it big. Hopefully on other platforms, YouTube, whatnot, even Instagram actually. Which, speaking of Instagram, real quick, man, I'm not a big fan of Instagram, man. Me personally, I'm not really into it, but I do know it's so important, so important to be, if you want to expand your influence or your channels. Instagram is a must. But every time I go, man, especially if I go into the reels, oh man, it's a lot of those stuff, man. It's just brain rotten stuff, man. People dancing, just silly, it's just like TikTok, and I'm not really into that. But I understand that it's important to put yourself out there if you want to grow.
Mhm.
So I want to hear about that too. So yeah, man. Hopefully we can do this again in a few months. See your progress. I want to hear your story again. We went from negative to positive. Hopefully in a few months. How's that sound?
Yeah, yeah, and I like, again, like, I don't want this to seem like a whole like woe is me, like, I own, not being smart and getting caught up in the thrill and the
Yeah.
addiction and
Yes.
the chase and all this
Yes.
other stuff. And like, bro, when you win a freaking Ghost Blue Eyes or like a full Starlight Exodia set, like,
Did you win that?
yeah,
You won it on whatnot?
yeah,
All 5 pieces of Exotic Starlights.
yes, bro, I'll grab them right now.
Was it one of those pool games?
No, there's a wheel.
Let's see it. Damn, man. I know the prices went down a little bit, but they're still super expensive though.
Oh yeah, dude.
I think I got only 3 pieces, man. I'm missing 2.
Yeah, dog. Only thing I'm missing now is the third leg. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Wow, man. So we actually won it on a wheel.
Yeah.
Was that like the main price on the wheel?
It was that. There was a Ghost Blue Eyes. There was another ghost in there.
Well, that's nothing in comparison.
Yeah, there was something else too.
Is this one of those streams where you went ham and just spend a lot of money to get that? Okay. Yeah.
You know, it would have been cheaper buying the singles.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, man. Okay, so wow. Speaking, man, of let's change gears real quick. Let's finish this interview with really positive and really cool things, man. Talking about YouTubing and just social media. I want to hear your top 10 favorite YugiTubers, starting from number 10 to number 1, and the important thing is why.
okay.
Go ahead, man. Take the floor.
So at first I thought it was gonna be top 5, but
You know what? Let's do top 5 actually. Top 5. Your top 5 favorite YugiTubers.
so at hate that they're ranked in this order. I'm just gonna say like these are the people that I watch or enjoy watching, and they're not like I don't want to put anybody ahead of anybody because I like these dudes. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna mention Yugi.Hunter from YouTube because I actually found him on Facebook, and he's the one that hooked me up with that like OG blister with the magazine and everything. And he actually had it at a decent price, and then mess around with me or seem sketchy or what have you. And he had a video that I really enjoyed that was like kind of like, hey, if you're trying to resell Yu-Gi-Oh, uh, these are like the tiers at which I think you should buy the resale product from. So like eBay, Facebook
Mm.
Marketplace, and then he kind of gave like a pros and cons between each one, which I really thought was great and very informative. Some minor advice on like what you should do, kind of deal, or things to look at or take into consideration. So I thought that was really awesome of him.
He's still active?
I haven't seen a new video since, but he's actually I found out he was in this group chat that I was in, so I was like pretty stoked about that.
I think I know who you're talking about, Yugi Hunter.
Yeah, he
He did
Ruxin
some
mentioned.
Facebook. Yeah.
Yep,
He sold the Mickey D's packs
yep,
to Ruxin.
yep.
Yeah, okay, I know him. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. He hasn't been active in a while.
yeah.
Last time I spoke to him, he was going through college. I remember he told me college and it was just too much stress
Mm-hmm.
trying to record and focusing on school. And I believe that's the reason why he quit for now.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully he comes back.
Oh, dude.
But that's cool, man. Yugi the Hunter. I know you mentioned your name. Like I think I know who Yugi Hunter. Like that brings a lot of bells. Pretty cool dude. So number
Yeah.
5, Yugi Hunter. Number 4.
Uh, number 4, I'm probably gonna have to put. I'm looking over here because like I have them pulled up.
Yeah,
I'm probably gonna put number 4 at MCole40. He's a market
Okay.
watcher type of dude. I like the style of his videos. I like how they're pretty simple, and then he is interacting with the what you call it, um, the market, like the TCG marketplace. You know what I'm saying? And he posts so frequently that it almost feels like a damn ABC 13 News, like just in, Blue Eyes is freaking going to the mood, you know what I'm saying? Like, are you playing Malice and Rizio? Like, watch out, you know what I mean? Like, I like how simple they are, and it kind of gives you a quick little snippet about like the player base and what people are looking at on the market, and kind of helping you gauge what you should be looking at and stuff like that. And then next to him, I'm probably gonna put Sparkman, just because he does the market watch, but it's almost like the controversial side that nobody wants to talk about. So it's like, if you're watching his stuff, he's thinking about things that nobody's thinking about yet. And I was like, okay, I like that because I like having different perspectives. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And then I'm probably gonna put you on there next.
Really?
Yeah. And then my main reason why, like, I know we talked before this recording, was because like kind of like my like stereotype, I guess, judgmental mindset is like, okay, these dudes are freaking famous, so like good luck, trying to like talk with them or whatever. And then here you are like hitting me up like, hey man, like, because I remember watching your stream and I wanted to like help you out, and the fact that you responded to me, and I was just like, bro, no way, this is real, bro. He messaged me back, and then you were like, yeah man, like, yeah, I'm if you could talk to me more about this, like, I'm down to learn all this kind of, like, whatever, man. And then you brought this up, and I was just like, bro, this is real life. Like I'm over here fangirling and shit. You know what I mean? And it gave like a more personal aspect to like watching your videos.
Wow. What an honor, man. Holy.
Yeah, dude. I I know, like I told you, like I told my wife, I was like, babe, like I'm about to be interviewed by Heart of the Pack, and she's like, who? I'm like, you don't even know. You don't even know.
Oh
And then
man.
I'm probably gonna do Team Samurai or Cyber Knight, kind of. I know they're like two different fields, but bro,
Yeah.
whoever the editor is for Team Samurai is freaking goated. Cause holy hell, my dude, that like his intro, chef's kiss, my
It's
dude.
so funny, man. Yeah. Yeah.
So
He is hilarious.
so good. Oh my god.
So Team Sam, number 1.
not number one. I just wanted to say, like, I like it. Like, I'm a fan of him because of one, that
Oh,
fucking killer intro, but two, like, he helped me kind of dial in my Blue Eyes deck along with like my buddy Edgar. And probably my number one as of right now, Carbreaker GT, Big Thickums himself. My main reason for that is like, again, shot in the dark. I was trying to reach out to him to get like a hookup on some cases, and instead of like blowing me off or what have you, like he talked to me on the phone for like a couple of hours. It was super cool and down to earth, and I was just like, ain't no way this is happening right now, you know what I mean? And he like treated me like another human being or whatever.
yeah, Carbreaker GT, legend.
He's a handsome dude, you know what I'm saying? You can't just, you know what I mean?
He's got the muscles.
Yeah, dude, like. And so yeah, like I like what he's about, man. I like his values, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty awesome that he's like one of the few YouTubers that I've seen where like he makes a dedicated video to his subscribers, and the video is literally packs that are going to his subscribers based off of their tier or whatever. And I thought that was like, because that, like, if I make it, that's what I want to be able to do. I want to be able to literally have a video and it go to the freaking subscribers. I think that's sick. But again, like I've only been doing this like a year and some change, so I know that there's plethora of amazing YugiTubers out there, and I'm just a dude with 187 subscribers, so I'm pretty sure like if I didn't say anybody's name, like it's not gonna be the end of the world.
Oh, it's only 5, and yeah, man. I mean, it's a very interesting list actually. Very interesting, man. I actually like it because it's unique. You don't see like the big names, so your point of view of your favorite YouTubers is not necessarily, you know, the subscriber count, or not necessarily the quality, or you know, how constant you are. It's just more so like being good to the community.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Okay. I like that. I like that. So I want to go through your list real quick, just for our own conversation, I guess. I don't have to put this on the, or maybe I will, depending. But it's kind of funny because you mentioned Yugi Hunter, and I knew Yugi Hunter, and then the MCO guy. The reason why I found about MCO is because I got a bunch of messages, man, comments saying that that I look like him. Like I look like MCO. Like, okay, cool. What a handsome guy, you know. But it was funny, like it was funny comments like, there's M Cole like younger, here's younger M Cole or something like that, and I'm like, okay, and then I go see, I'm like, oh man, what the heck? And I actually do like his content, by the way. So thanks to all the comments, I'm like, oh man, what the heck? I thought it was hilarious though. It was hilarious, and because in a way we kind of look a little bit like, man, but I believe he's older though, right? Maybe in his 40s, 50s.
Totally the glasses.
Yeah. So I'm like, you know what? I kind of see like he could be like my second cousin, you know, like. So I was laughing my ass off. You know what? Let me go check him out. And you're right though, I do like his content, man. And then Sparkman, it's funny you mentioned Sparkman, man, because we started we do have an Instagram group with all YouTubers, like, you know, Carbreaker, Sparkman. There's so many others. I started this group back when I started, and we wanted to do like a collab. I want to say it was probably Ghost in the Past 1, and we would do like a big collab, you know, opening packs to see who the winner goes against the other winners, and just like a bracket to see who, you know, pulls the best, blah blah. And just a cool community, start good community between, you know, content creators, so we can, you know, take advice or give advice, and you know, all that good stuff. And I remember seeing Sparkman's YouTube channel, and he wasn't opening packs back then. And I messaged him like, hey, do you want to, you know, start a group chat where we're gonna collab? And he was so grateful, man. Even today, he's like, thanks to Heart of the Pack, I'm in this group, so I want to thank you. And it's awesome, man. And he went from opening packs, and then he's, you know, switched his style of YouTube to just market watch. And he did have some really viral videos where he was a little bit controversial. And me personally, I like that. I know he mentioned he got a lot of hate though for those videos. He did mention that, and I told him, "Hey, look, man, don't get that, you know, to stop you, because it is controversial. I understand, you know, but give your take, man. If you really believe what you're saying, say it. If you truly believe it, you know." Yeah. So yeah, I saw those videos. It was awesome, you know. And then yeah, Carbreaker GT, he's been part of the community since day one, pretty much. So yeah, pretty cool list, man. And I do appreciate number 2, man. That's I think you're being biased, man.
I mean, yeah, in some sense, but also like, dude, like you
Appreciate it,
don't
man.
like I guess it might not resonate the same with you because you're like at that level, but literally a year ago, I would have never thought of anything like this. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And like here I am. Like I have nothing of value to your channel whatsoever, and yet here I am. You know what I'm saying? Like okay, yeah, I have some like boohoo stories of like whatnot, but at the end of the day, too, like that's just me. Like I watched a stream a couple nights, or excuse me, when Suda came out. Like I watched Joe Bond's stream. I had a really good time on that dude's stream. Like I haven't laughed like that watching a streamer in a long time, and the dude was like
Mm.
hella awesome, man. And like, yeah, you got your bad apples or your not so trustworthy apples or whatever
Yes.
on
Yes.
whatnot, but you also have dudes like that guy right there. Like, you know what this dude sent me? I've been chasing Primite. You know what this dude sent me? A freaking Primite card. He didn't have
For
to.
free.
He sent me one. And then I watched his stream the other night, and another dude pulled another Primite, and I literally like posted it in the chat like, hey, whatever anybody wants for my hits, like if y'all want to make a trade. You know what that dude did? He traded some of his cards to get the Primite to then send to me.
Oh wow. Joe Bond.
Like there's
Okay. I
good
have
dudes
to
out there.
check them out.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I did a video recently, man. I'm on my YouTube talking about Whatnot,
Mm-hmm.
and I talk about a guy who got in trouble with the pool games, and he got removed by Whatnot.
Yep.
And I kind of mentioned that video that always gonna be bad people, regardless of what hobby you're in. Doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
it doesn't matter.
There's always gonna be somebody scamming you or just being, it's just being bad overall. And but the main point I wanted to make is there's more good than bad by a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I did also mention that some mystery pool games are really goofy. I'm not a big fan of a lot of pool games, but it's not necessarily scam. It's just not my type of
Yeah.
of thing. But overall, man, it's been an amazing experience for me. Like I mentioned in that video, so I agree with you, man. There's bad apples, but there's also like really good people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's
Joe Bond, I'm gonna write it down. I'm gonna check him out.
definitely an experience, man. And then like some of it too, like I said, I own up not being smart, being gullible, um,
Yeah,
not taking the advice that I knew was sound advice, but I was just like, nah, I could, it can be different. It doesn't have to be just like that, and but so on and so forth. Like I should have listened, should have been smarter.
yeah,
But
yeah.
again,
You live and you learn,
yeah, you
right?
live and you learn, and then the moving forward, hopefully a bunch of people watch this and then they kind of like make their own opinions about what to do, and they have some extra knowledge in the tool bag for whenever they get on
Yeah,
whatnot.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So,
All right. So let's end this with any last thoughts.
oh, yes, for your viewers
Okay,
and
you
your
know what? I might put this little clip in the beginning also,
okay,
just so people can see.
yeah,
And then I'm gonna say yeah. All right.
for your viewers and just like your subscribers and then doing this for me, man. I know it's not much, it's just a blister pack, but I wanted to do a giveaway for your channel some way somehow.
There's gonna be a QCR in that blister.
Bro, watch.
Guys, if you're interested, if you're interested in that QCR, most likely blister, yeah, man, guys, comment. Make sure to go check out my guy, Battleface Collections, and he's gonna choose the winner.
Yeah.
With the comments on this video, he's gonna choose at random, and then he's gonna let me know who won it. I'll contact the winner, and then you can just send him the pack. Maybe if the winner wants you to open it somehow, but most likely it's gonna be sealed, right?
Yeah, dude. I'll just
Yeah,
just
okay.
fucking
Yeah, let's do that so they can have the experience of opening. Awesome.
Just-
Thank
just-
you, man.
just shoot me a DM on Instagram. Let me know if you get the QCR. You know what I'm saying?
That's gonna be a QCR. It'll be awesome if it is. Or at least a collection's rare. It'll be awesome.
Dude, that'd be so sick.
All right, man. Guys, thanks for watching. Battleface, take it away, man.
Dude, thank you guys. Thank you, Heart of the Packs. Thank you so much. I still haven't nailed
pleasure,
out
man.
my outros yet, but I really appreciate everything, dude.
Yeah.
Thank you.
My pleasure, man. All right, guys. Much love, and I'll see you in the next one.